All right, here, I don't think I have time to do the last three, but I can do at least one of these. So this guy here, this one, you need to get it equal to 0. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this side because that's doing the least work. So I get 0 equals x squared minus 7x minus 2 because there's no like terms. All right, here's another one that I'm going to have to use the quadratic formula for because I can't think of two numbers that multiply to -2 and add to -7. So I'm going to write out the shell like this. And then A is 1. A's go here. B is -7. And C is -2. Here we go. I am going to clean this up. This here, -7, is a +7. And then I'm going to type this all in. Oops, 49. Okay. Square root of 57. And then the denominator, 2 times 1 is 2. Now here is the deal with this. We are actually done with this problem. And here's why we're done with this problem. It's because 57, you can't write down as 4 times something or 9 times something. You can't write it as a multiplication problem with a perfect square. So we are actually donezos. So if you wanted to write it out as 2, you could. One answer is this, and the other answer is this. But you could also probably just write it like that and be done. All right. We started this one yesterday. You're going to move over the 6x and move over the 98. Move over the 6x and the 98. And what happens is you get 2x squared plus 28x plus 98 equals 0. Now, I know on that piece of paper that I wrote out for you this morning is I did not want to factor, and I don't want to factor. This can be factored, but there's too much thinking with it for me. I need to come up with two numbers that multiply to, what is that? 98 times 2, 196, and then add to 28, and it's too much work. I don't want to do it. So what I'm going to do is the quadratic formula. All right, A is 2. Oops. 2. B is 28. And C is 98. Equals -28 plus or minus the square root of 0 over 2 times 2 is 4. All right, this is nice. The square root of 0 is equal to 0. -28 plus or minus 0 over 4. So here's the deal. This guy turned out good. Up here did not turn out good, so we left him. Down here, we got 0. So here's the deal. You write two answers and you clean them up. -28 plus 0 over 4 and -28 minus 0 over 4. You do the tops first and then divide by 4. So that's going to be -7. Here, you do the top first and divide by 4, and that's also going to be -7. So there's just one answer, -7. All right, I think I can get this one done. I'm going to do this one two ways. I'm going to do this one quadratic formula and with factoring. So the first thing I need to do is get it equal to 0. So I'm going to move the 2x and the 15 over. So I get 8x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to solve it by factoring. Just so you have an example of this if you want to watch it. I need two numbers that multiply to negative 120 and add to negative 2. And those numbers are going to be negative 12x, and 10x, like that. Now I'm going to group them. I can take out a 4x from the first one. I'm going to group these. I can take out a 5 from the second one. And then I'm going to write down 2x minus 3 times this plus this. 4x plus 5 equals 0. And then you know the rest. Take the first one, set it equal to 0. Take the second one, set it equal to 0. Add 3, divide by 2. Here, we're going to subtract 5, divide by 4. 2 answers. So that's how you do that one factoring, which you can do. You can also use the quadratic formula, though, and I'm going to show you that. 8x squared minus 2x minus 15. 8x squared minus 2x, I know, minus 15 equals 0. And we're going to do this one, quadratic formula. So I'm going to start by writing my shell out. A is 8, B is negative 2, and C is negative 15. This negative 2 is 2. Plus or minus the square root. This is where parentheses get really exciting. That's 484. And then 2 times 8 is 16. The square root of 484 is a nice number. It is 22. Since it is a nice number, you split it up like we did for this guy. Remember this? Like the 0, we split it up. And then we did the tops and divide. Tops and divide. So here is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to split it. I'm going to do one where I'm adding 2 plus 22 over 4. I don't know why I'm writing a 4. That's wild. That's 16. I don't know why that happened. Do the tops. And then you can divide it out. I would not write it as a decimal, but you could get 1.5. Or if you hit math, enter, enter, that's 3 halves. The next one we're going to do is where you subtract 2 minus 22 over 16. You do the tops. If you type that into your calculator, you're going to get negative 1.25. Math, enter, enter is negative 5 over 4. Now, if you look, we got the same answers no matter which way we did it. Factoring, we got this. Quadratic formula, we got the same thing. So you can do both. I just don't know what her test is going to look like. All right.